Freedom on Fire in this week's episode. As you know, small media got attacked by big progressive media. And the culprit in the middle of the attack was Jordan Sheridan. Now let's make this clear. Most of us in smaller YouTube media, progressive media, we respect Jordan Sheridan. We love Jordan Chariton for the work that he do. We personally believe Jordan Chariton should be is right now one of the best journalists in America today. The best. We respect him for his work. But what we felt that what we began to see, we believe that Jordan Chariton was asked to do something that we know he don't really normally want to do. But that's in the past. He's apologized for it. Now, I don't know if he personally called these people. I think he should personally call them. I think Tim said he called them. I think he should call H.A. Goodman and apologize. And I think we all should make amends. And we all should make a commitment to never down one another. In progressive media, we cannot do what they're doing in mainstream media. We got to come together as one. We can't crap on each other. Try not to do that as much as we can. Now, if we start attacking one another, then that's something we're going to have to work out. We got to stick with what we're here to do. We're here to tell the real news. We're here to tell the real story. People like me are commentators, so I'm here to comment and give my views on certain aspect of news. I'm not going to cover everything you want me to cover. And my colleagues may not cover what I think they should cover. You're open to cover whatever is in your heart. But when you're covering bull crap that the mainstream media is covering, like the Russia initiative, and don't talk about the things that progressives are concerned about, like the election fraud that happened throughout 2016, and the DNC lawsuit, and you refuse to talk about that on your channel, and you don't scream it loud and proud on your channel. You can scream Russia, Russia this and Russia that, and Dumb Donald and all this. You can scream all that, but never talk about the DNC and how it screwed the electorate in the primaries, which includes some Republicans, some independents, and yes, even Democrats. And when you don't talk about the lawsuit, the biggest story that's going on in this century that can really shape this democracy or reshape it, put it back in this place, when you don't talk about that and you talk about all this other stuff, then it lets me know that something is pulling you or stopping you from focusing on the most important story in a long time. See, Russia is not important to me. I don't give a crap about Russia more than I give a crap about the United States interfering in the United States election. Yes, that happened. The DNC interfered in the Democratic elections. There were culprits in the DNC, such as Debbie Wasserman Schultz, such as Donna Brazile, such as Neera Tanden, such as John Podesta. I'm about to say molester, but John Podesta. There was so much stuff going on. They connived, colluded, and schemed to railroad Bernie Sanders. That's need to be talked about. And until people start blasting that out and putting that in the forefront, 2018 doesn't mean nothing. Because I don't care if you're Justice Democrats. I don't care if you're whatever party within the party. The same thing can happen again unless we deal with election fraud, unless we deal with election tampering that the DNC participated in it. And to me, heads should roll and people should go to jail because of this. And none of that is happening because we're not saying nothing about it. And for progressive media, small media do talk about it, but progressive big media do not talk about it. Tom Hartman don't talk about it. TYT don't talk about it, and a whole host of other people do not talk about it, and it need to be discussed. This need to be the forefront of progressive media, not Russia. Russia is not more important than U.S. tampering with U.S. election. Individuals in the United States working in a major party in the United States, such as the DNC, undermining, colluding, and scheming, not only a person running for office, but the people who are supporting them. And that's why this was so important. And that's why this should not be let up until we begin to see big progressive media start to talk about this. They want to push this under the rug and cover it up. And it doesn't need to be covered up. It needs to be dealt with. And they're not dealing with it. And small media is doing whatever we can to say something about it. But when big media crap on us for talking about it, that's a problem. It's not personal. It's business. Yeah, it can be personal. Let me go back. It's personal because we personally are building, taking time out of our busy schedules. Like me, I work a full-time job. I do most of these things late at night because we need to talk about this and put these things in the forefront because big progressive media is not going to talk about it. Mainstream media definitely not going to talk about it. But big progressive media should be talking about it and should be bigging us up for talk about it instead of pressing us down for talking about it. I don't care about Russia. I don't care. I care about people within a major party undermining the supporters and the person that ran in that major party. And now we have an opportunity. We got a lawsuit and we got to bring these things to the forefront, and big progressive media is not talking about it. That's what this is all about. I admire Jordan because Jordan will get in Jink's face and he will not agree with him in most cases. And he have bucked up against him. I admire Jimmy Dore. We may have our problem with Ro Khanna, and we'll work that out because I do believe in giving people some kind of chance. As long as they make some major decision within their heart, I can give them a chance. You know, so, but we'll talk about that later about Ro Khanna and other people running for office and keeping them in a position. You know, we'll talk about that later because, like I said, and I'll talk about that in another segment. We progressives need to take off our hat, become a voting bloc, and find the best person to vote for, and one that's going to really sell themselves out to the people versus selling themselves out to corporation. And when you smell like you're easy to lean more toward the corporations than the people, I got a problem with you, and a lot of other people got a problem with you. So that's another story.